हेलो साथीहरु नमस्ते वेलकम अल अफ यु टु माई च्यानल। आजको डिस्कसनमा हामी चाहिँ मुख्यतः अब कन्सेप्ट अफ डेप्रिसिएसन्स, एक्युमुलेटेड डेप्रिसिएसन्स, हाउ वी क्याल्कुलेट बुक भ्यालु र इफ वी स्पेन्ड अन द इक्विपमेन्ट भनौँ या कुनै किसिमको प्लान्ट र पार्टिकुलर यो एक्जाम्पलमा बाइकको एक्जाम्पल डिस्कस गर्नेछौँ हामी। र आफ्टर युजिङ सम इयर वेन यु आर स्पेन्डिङ अन बाइक टु इन्क्रिज इट्स इफिसियन्सी, जसलाई हामीले क्यापिटल एक्सपेन्डिचर भन्छौँ, र त्यस्तो खर्च भयो भने इन द्याट केस हाउ वी कुड एस्टिमेट द डेप्रिसिएसन्स, डेप्रिसिएबल अमाउन्ट, या हाउ वी रिकर्ड द जर्नल एन्ट्री फर डिस्पोजल अफ द बाइक टु फ्रेन्ड्स। र यही ब्याकग्राउन्डको साथमा लेट्स डिस्कस अबाउट द क्वेसन्स। अब इन आवर केस फ्रेन्ड्स, आई एज्युम द्याट मिस्टर ठाकुर who purchased the Honda CRF 300 bike for 20,75,000 Nepali currency in 2020 after coming from Malaysia. He earned lots of money and he thought why not to spend more in some luxurious bike, so he spent anyway. And it's a life, we assume that this is the 10 years residual value, yeah, scrap value at the end of its life, that is the 2030 ma is the 2 lakh, we assume it. Now first question भनेकै के हो छ भने what would be your annual depreciation charge, then how we calculate the book value at the end of 2023, assume that the bike would be sold for 12 lakh on July 1st 2024. While calculating depreciation friends, तपाईले चाहिँ के गर्नु पर्यो भने date is very important, on which date you have purchased, on which date you are going to sell it, then based on used date we calculate depreciations and the accumulated depreciation too, and then we can find the book value. Anyway, this is about your whether there would be gain or loss on sale of bike or disposal of bike also, and how we record the journal entry for this case. Third case भनेको that's all about your suppose at the beginning of 2024 Mr. Thakur spent 50,000 for maintaining the bike that extends its life by 2 years. Now in this case the question is about find the remaining depreciable amount and annual depreciation expenses and also record the journal entry. So पहिला त के गर्नु पर्यो भने you have to understand the question carefully. In exam normally the question will be given in the descriptive form. Your job is to simplify it through the given information as I did here. Then I organize all this information, given information. Now the first question is about how we calculate annual depreciation charge using a straight line method. The nature of a straight line method is that you can use this equation friends, that is the B minus S by N, that is the each year this value will be the same. So V is here 20,75,000 minus residual value is 2 lakh, while its life is just divided by 10. So we say that in our case 1,87,500 annual depreciation charges for this bike. Okay, now again you are asked to find what would be your book value at the end of 2023. That means how long you have used this bike, 20, 21, 22, 23, that is the 4 years. So you say that book value is simply is the difference between original cost, this value, minus accumulated depreciation. Accumulated depreciation means is the annual depreciation charge into you have used for 4 years. Okay, so original cost, that is the V minus accumulated depreciation. Okay, now we say that this is 13,25,000. Now for B number case, assume that the bike would be sold for 12 lakh on July 1st 2024, whether there would be gain or loss. So at first you need to find again the book value at this date, July 1st 2024, and look at how long you have used this bike, that is the again 20, 21, 22, 23, 4 years, and this is the half year. So you say that your book value would be again this original value cost, you can say that, minus annual depreciation charges you have used for 4.5 years. So you would have a book value is 12,31,250. Now this question is about we say that, assume that the bike would be sold for 12 lakhs. So in this case, we have to compare book value with the market value. You realize the cash of 12 lakh while its book value at this date is above the market value. So in this case, you would have a loss of how much? That is 31,250. So the question is about how we could record the journal entry for disposal of the bike here. So cash you have realized is 12 lakh, and accumulated depreciation is simply, we already did it, by the way, annual depreciation, okay, into 4.5. Okay, this is, and loss on disposal is that, as I explained earlier, 31,250, and your value is that 20 lakh 75,000, 20 lakh 75,000. Okay, you would have a two option here, friends. Either we say that you include the accumulated depreciations, like this you could record the journal entry. Yeah, you can say that, yeah, cash account debit, loss on disposal of the bike is debit. Okay, so Honda CRF bike account is that, in that case your value would be how much? This value. When you are taking into account the book value, then you have to exclude the accumulated depreciation, that is the 12 lakh 31,250 would be there. Okay, you would have two options, you can follow either one. Now for C number case, at the beginning of 2024, Mr. Thakur spent 50,000 for maintaining the bike. That is the example of capital expenditure. Why? Because of this expenditure, life would increase by 2 years. So that is the book value at the end of 2024. By the way, we already calculate at the end of, at the beginning of 2024, that is 24 means that's a 20, 21, 22, 23. So book value at the end of 23, you can take this value. I would just copy here and I would just simply paste here. Yeah, you can calculate the same. Your value will be the same, by the way. Okay, simply we see that paste. Okay, this is the case. Book value at the beginning of 2024, that is the original cost minus accumulated depreciation, and capital expenditure is, we have a 50,000 is there. So your value would be now this value plus this value. Okay, this is your value of your bike, and the life of the bike, we have a economic life is 10 years, and you have used for 4 years, that is 20, 21, 22, 23, that is a 4 years. And because of this capital expenditure, your life of bike will increase by 2 years. So your remaining life would be 8. So the question is about, and the residual value assumed to be the same. That means whatever given in the questions, you can use the same value. Now depreciable amount as on January 1st, 2024, that is simply B minus S. Don't be confused here, friends. That is the 20 lakh 75,000, you cannot use it. This date, on this date your book value is this minus residual value. So that is your depreciable amount is 11 lakh 75,000. Now what about the annual depreciation charge for this case? So that is simply B minus S, you already calculated, divided by its remaining life. Okay, so you can say that for when you record the journal entry for any capital expenditure, then we say that this is the 2 lakh. Okay, then again we have a 2 lakh. Then what about the recording depreciation part? We already calculate here 1,46,875. Similarly, 1,46,875. This way you could record the journal entry for, even we have a capital expenditure, we could calculate depreciation too. I believe that whatever I discussed today is all about your concept of depreciations, how we calculate annual depreciation charge using straight line method, yeah, how we calculate the accumulated depreciation book value, how we record the journal entry for disposal of the bike in this case, and if we have any capital expenditure after using some years, no, like in this case we have used for bike for 4 years, and Mr. Thakur would like to know about the depreciation amount. and we could record the journal entry like this, friends. Okay, friends, I believe that this concept would clarify the your depreciations and whatever the concept I discussed today. If you really like this content, please like, subscribe my channel, that is the Finance Guru, Pawan Kumar Jha. Thank you all of you for watching this video. Please take care all of you. Thank you.